Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is the Mental Wellness channel with Waihiga. If you're new here, I hope that you stick around to take a listen to what I have to share. Happy Monday, guys. Today I wanted to talk about so many things. I wanted to talk about the Academy Award nominees. I wanted to talk about why the color purple flopped again, like part 2. But then I was like, let me woosa, let me calm down, and let me talk about why after 6.5 years of sobriety, a drink sounds good. Let's get into it. So as you guys know, I've been in recovery for 6.5 years. By the grace of God, I have not picked up a drink for 6.5 years. If I make it to the 2nd of February, that will be 6 years and 7 months by the grace of God. And I'm telling you by the grace of God because literally it is one day at a time. You guys, I don't wake up every morning and say, I'm gonna decide to be sober today. Yay. Like, that's not how recovery works for me. I'm an alcoholic in recovery. Alcohol is a big downfall to me. It's a big thing, and it's something that I really cannot control. It is something that overtook me in life. It's something that I have no willpower against. I have willpower when it comes to exercising. I have willpower when it comes to even something as difficult as food. I can exercise some willpower there. I have willpower when it comes to work. I'm here every day recording these videos, editing and putting them up for you guys to watch every day. I have work ethic. I have willpower when it comes to certain things. Actually, to a lot of things. But when it comes to alcohol, that's where my willpower parts ways. On the 2nd of July, 2017, I was separated from alcohol, and that was by the grace of God. I began my recovery journey. So I got into the rooms of recovery and I started the 12 steps of recovery. I got someone to help me work through the 12 steps of recovery. And it's an ongoing thing. I work through the 12 steps of recovery. Right now I'm on step 8 again. No, step 9. I'm going through amends. It's not easy. I'm struggling with them, but we're working through it. And so it leads me to what I want to talk to you about today. I don't know if you guys think that when someone gets into recovery, as an alcoholic, you think that, oh, they're never going to think about drinking again, or they're never going to think about drugging again, or whatever they were into. This past weekend, I seriously went into some deep thoughts about drinking. I was in a setting that was like a bar, and even though I was with my whole family and everything was good and kosher, nobody was drinking, a lot of us were just drinking sodas and Fantas and whatever. It still felt weird. Like, it was a bar setting. It was during the day. And this is 6.5 years later. But such places still have a very strong hold on me. It was a Saturday afternoon. And it took me back. It took me back to how I used to feel on a Saturday afternoon. And I think it triggered that thing in me, a PPT. When you're in recovery and as a recovering alcoholic, we avoid things like people, places, and things that remind us of alcohol. Obviously, when you're in recovery for a while, you can't avoid people, places, and things forever. Otherwise, you will live in isolation, not seeing anybody. When you work the 12 steps of recovery, you will have a spiritual awakening. And in that spiritual awakening, God removes the cravings and lifts the triggers from you. So you're not triggered by every single thing all the time. However, I'm not going to go into a bar and chill in a bar on a Saturday afternoon or a Saturday night because that's just where I want to go chill on a Saturday night. That is not a good idea for someone like me at all. So I think I left that situation feeling very nostalgic. And then they started playing music from back in the clubs, like what we used to listen to in the 2010s, 2011, 2012, 2013, when we used to be in the club. Like, I started to dance and I started to feel like, oh my gosh, where are my shots of Patron? And that's how quickly it comes back. That's how quickly the sensation comes back. That's how quickly the feeling of, let me get a drink. A drink seems to be a good idea. Okay, yeah, this sobriety thing was cool. I've just spent the last 6.5 years building my life back up together. But you know what? A nice cold Corona sounds really good today. And that's exactly where my mind went. And this is how the alcoholic brain thinks. It's baffling, it's cunning, and powerful. Oh, it's powerful. It's cunning, baffling, and powerful. And without help, it is too much for us. But there is one who has all power, and that one is God. May you find him now. Seriously. So it's not necessarily like I'm going to have a drink. It's not necessarily I'm going to start drinking today. Recovery is where I have tools in place that allow me to not pick up a drink today. Just because I'm thinking about a drink or thinking that it's a good idea to drink doesn't mean that I have to act on the thought. It's a very stupid thought. The last time I picked up a drink, it nearly cost me my life. And my brain, my alcoholic brain, doesn't want to cling onto that memory. It clings onto the better times, like when I first started drinking, when I was 15, 16, 18, when I had those elated times with alcohol, when those few moments, which were far and few in between, right? When I'd be in the club or when we'd be having these chill drink sessions and I'd be having such a good time chilling, listening to music and getting drunk, which were so few, but the problems were so many that came with drinking. The problems were so many. The consequences were so severe. And my mind won't go to that place. My mind will just think about, no, but think about the feeling. Think about how good it is to just take a sip and all your problems wash away. Like, it's like, no, when I take a sip of alcohol, the problems start. Like the real problems really start. And that's what alcoholism is. It's like a delusion. You're playing a delusion game. The delusion that this thing, this liquid will heal me. It will warm me up from the inside out. That's what I used to think. This thing will warm me from the inside out. It will take care of all my problems. Or it will at least postpone my problems. And then I'll be able to think clearer. And all it did was expound my problems, compound my problems. I don't want to live like that anymore. And that's a decision that I made 6.5 years ago. And I surrendered only for like 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I took my will back and I wanted to drink again. You know, that's crazy. That's how crazy alcoholism is. But thank God, you know, he kept me from drinking. And he has kept me from drinking one day at a time. But I'm going to be honest. There are days like this. In sobriety, of course. There are days like this when I miss drinking. There are days like this when I miss the high. I miss the buzz. I miss the ease and comfort that comes with taking a sip, a drink, a glass or two of alcohol. But then I remind myself, I'm not that person who is going to be able to drink one glass, have one sip, and leave it alone. The minute I open that Pandora's box, it's a wrap for me. I don't know when I stop drinking. I don't know when I will stop. Absolutely not. I don't know. Because something else takes over. That disease of alcoholism takes over and away we go. I'll drop everything for the alcohol. So if you're struggling with alcoholism or you're struggling with emotional sobriety right now, and you're struggling to stay sober, I would really, really urge you to think deeply about your last drunk. The last time you got drunk, how was it? Was it successful? Did you do good things? Did people like you afterwards? Did people like you afterwards? How did you treat people when you were drunk? If the answer is it went terribly, then reconsider your drinking. Reconsider this habit. Reconsider if you might have a problem with alcohol. For me, admitting that I was an alcoholic was the day I came to life. There's such freedom in surrender. My life literally started 6.5 years ago. So yeah, this video I just wanted to be real, just tell you what's going on. This weekend felt like drinking. Didn't have to drink, thank God. Today, looking back at it, I'm like, thank God I didn't have to drink. Thank God I didn't do it. And that's what recovery is about. Recovery gives you the tools, the pause, the space in between where you don't have to act on your thoughts anymore. When I used to drink, when I was in that vicious cycle of drinking, when I was not in recovery, all that used to happen is that I would wake up or I would come to wherever I was, I'd have a thought of drinking and then I'd have to fulfill that thought. I would have to drink. It was obsessive, like it was compulsive, like I had to drink. Now when I think about a drink or when I see a drink, I don't have to go pick it up. I can desire it, I can want it, I can see it, I can smell it. but I don't have to go and drink it. I'm not compelled to. I can go to a meeting. I can talk to the woman who helps me in the program. I can call people in the program, other people who are doing this thing one day at a time. I can pray and ask God for the strength to get through the day. I can do this thing literally one day at a time. I'm not thinking about tomorrow. I'm not thinking about yesterday. I don't know if I'll drink tomorrow. Tomorrow will handle itself. God will handle tomorrow. I'm not thinking about tomorrow. I'm thinking about today. What can I do for today? Can I stay sober for today? Okay, if today is too long, can I stay sober for the next 2 hours? Okay, I think I'll keep myself busy for the next 2 hours. I think I can try to do that. And somehow, we've been able to make those 2 hours, 2 days, into 200 days, into more than 200 days, and now 6.5 years. So yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts on that. What do you think about this video? Let me know your thoughts down below. I know that most of my subscribers, most of you guys are not in recovery, but just let me know what you think about this video. What are your experiences when you're experiencing something hard, or even something like really compulsive that you go through that you can't seem to stop? What are your solutions to overcoming that? Let me know in the comments down below. Until the next video.